Right, okay. I'll give you a 2 minutes to get up and running. Yeah, I'm wanting to say goodbye to Boris Johnson. Uh, Right. Oh, someone's with us. Alright. So, it's been a bit crazy with the politics. Aye. Fucking itchy nose and hay fever. Yay. Right. Okay, we're going to be talking about Boris Johnson resigning. I call it a Boris Johnson bye-bye party. It's been a long time overdue. I'm not going to go into the fuck's sake. 2 minutes. Hi, what's up? Right, okay, right, no problem. Right, cow, catch. Okay, tada, bye bye. Okay, microwave oven blew up earlier on. That didn't have anything to do with me, so that's quite a good thing. But Boris Johnson, because I don't know all the intrinsic language and terms and dates and times and stuff, he has made an absolute colossal cunt out of himself, I'm going to tell you. With regard to the party, so the social distance thing, the mad pervert guy as well. Then another couple of perverts have been floating around whilst Boris Johnson has been around. So yeah, and Boris Johnson has done next to fuck all. I'm actually getting quite an audience by for a bit of sound. But Boris Johnson, he even made a hash of the Corona-19 and the pandemic. He just made an absolute colossal cunt out of that and all. It's just it's been issue after issue with Boris. He really has made a complete joke of himself. Never once has he ever dressed as well to look like as if he's going to be taking things terribly serious. Absolutely nothing of any ilk. It's just it's a shame, to be fair. Sorry if I'm not like a shadow at the minute. I'm at the front door waiting for the arrival of microwave. But yeah, just nothing ever went right for Boris. He's done either too little, too late, or he has been completely inactive altogether. And I mean, there's always a discussion at independence, but a lot of people are flocking around independence because they need an alternative. They need away from this person that gives very little fucks in the matter. My view on it is I don't know. But one thing is absolutely certain, and I don't even need to whip out stats and figures and times and dates and stuff. Boris Johnson's made a complete hash of it. At times, you're even wondering if he knows what planet he's on, let alone wondering if he knows what he's doing with the job. It's just absolutely terrible because, our tax money we pay at the end of the month, tax and rent and stuff, and Orwin, it really pays for their fucking jobs. And how many times have I sat and watched something, from the political debating chamber, and people were sleeping, like to the point where in one case it was audibly caught up by a mic, loud snoring. I'm not saying snoring is a bad thing. It's a perfectly okay thing in the bed, not sitting there sleeping. I mean, once upon a time, somebody got sleeping on the work at my workplace. They got sacked. They got flung out. Just going to get this thing open. Right, I might need a. All right, okay, that's fine. Just 2 minutes. Right, quick temporary pause, people. Quick temporary pause. Right, 2 minutes. Right, 2 minutes. I'm just having to get a microwave in. Right. Right. Just watch out, laptop's on the floor.
Yeah. Just beware of the laptop.
I'm taking it away now.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're back. But it seems that it really does seem that Boris never got things right at all. He had no idea of how to do it right. I mean, if we want to talk about a lockdown, we should have actually been in lockdown 3 months prior. Not 3 months, 3 weeks, sorry. We should have been in prior to what he put us in. And all this weird shit like, oh, you can go out, but you can't go out. You can party, but you can't party. You can see your family, but not hug them. Stuff like that. That was bonkers. That's partly even why people were just outright rebelling. At full scale street parties up at Shawlands and stuff like that. That's the reason why people were confused with the misleading and hypocritical advice that Boris is flanging out at a scary speed. And one thing that really did not help his case was that mad woman from the podium pissed at her nut. I wouldn't be surprised if she was stoned as well, because she couldn't help but laugh all the time. Oh yeah, cheese and wine. Aye, great. I can laugh about cheese and wine. I know you fucking frosty faced bastards. But anyway, Boris Johnson during this timeline as I remember, the leader of the country, he made an absolute arse of it. There was nothing he did right at all. To be fair. I mean, if you put me in that fucking Parliament building, I might have done a bit better than him. I might not have got all the right answers, but I would have tried to keep people safe and run the country right and making sure the finances of the country are okay. I think that Peppa Pig analogy that Boris used, that is like wall of halo material itself. That speech he did this morning. Oh yeah, thank you for this and thank you for that. It was very emotionless. Not a care, not nothing. Oh yeah, it's That was quite a surprise. Yeah, but the time has come for Mr. Bojo to get to fuck. And now the next step is looking for somebody to take the Conservative Party on and forward. We all know the Tories are a bunch of useless, donkey faced shit cunts. But surely the next person isn't going to be nearly as indecisive and talking like as if he's fucking stoned all the time. His decision making was terrible. And he thought he was going to get away with partying whilst everybody else was giving up massive sacrifices to make sure they're safe. And I can actually understand why people like care workers were damnably angry about what he was saying and doing, because they were walking into their work on a daily basis and were having to watch people die from this unknown bastard illness. Lungs get filled up for a fucking mad nasty liquid that, that obviously is somewhat halfway between pus and halfway between water, and there's no way of draining them lungs and seeing the people die. That is absolutely haunting. And then you see photos from a window of number 10 and they're all dancing about, you know, getting right? That was just. I mean, that actually it repulsed me myself in the type of work I do. To be fair, seeing that when I was actually some days covering other people that had got the illness, and I was going in and covering them and making sure you know the premises were covered, and then seeing him, was it Cary Grant? Is that the name? Cary Grant. Wine and cheese. Gosh, I hope she, and then she got kicked out and she was crying. It's like, no, you're only crying because you got caught, Missy. That's the only thing is. Seeing today's industry nowadays, right? People don't cry because they're remorseful or sorry. They're just sorry they've been caught. This is how mucked up our generation is, to be fair. It's atrocious. But yeah, hopefully somebody will take in. Uh, we were talking about, this could be an easy inroad for independence. I don't really know, but I know Boris Johnson was very resistant of it, and there could be a conversation there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, with regards to independence, really, that is a solution, but I don't think it's the biggest solution. Uh, to get various things dealt with, because we've just came through the opposite side of Brexit, and that was pretty rough, raw, and sore. I mean, I'm not political in any way, shape, or form, but I dare believe that was actually pretty sore for one, and pretty sore for all. So, is it worth replaying that for a second time? Things regarding Brexit haven't actually been properly set in stone yet. It's all still up in the air, and I'm scared that this is going to be a Brexit times two. what we do need to do is get somebody in that actually has an aptitude to run the place, irrespective of independence, right? We need somebody that can actually run the country. I know the Tories are a very bad option, very bad fleet of people to be trying to run the country, but we need to have somebody that is at least a modicum better than Boris, and maybe, just maybe, more open at the thought of independence. But first step's been done. Boris has handed his resignation in. Excellent, fantastic actually. He should have done it a lot longer ago, way back at the point where the situation with the party and the fines and everything else in between. But hey, it's finally happened. Last horse over the finish line. But since December up to now, it's really showed one, it showed all that how incompetent he is, and I strongly believe on the matter. But yeah, hopefully next day or so we're going to go. We're going to do the Boris leaves number 10 party. So yeah, well, I'll hear and see you then. I'm going to get lunch. I'm hungry. Bye.